What if there's nothing to fear? What if it's just this game of chasing a ball in a hamster wheel? And behind the hamster wheel, painted on the frames, they're coming behind you. Just like this big boulder coming. So it keeps you running. And in front of you, there's this ball painted or hanging that's just a little bit out of your reach. It's the program of fear of the past, fear potential of what may happen, the what ifs, the to-do lists, the not good enough, the trying to control everything so everything goes just right and you keep life just right here so that you don't get your expectations too high and you can just get to the next day. You're living in the fear of the past and the fear of the future, and you're never actually aware of what you're doing now. Since you're never aware of what you're doing now, you never actually stop and see you. You never stop and see the amazing magic of this place, this realm, this bending light fabric that every plant and every animal are the energy of God looking at you. That all energy everywhere is actually bending around you. And that this body is a gift for the real you so that you can interact with this magical place. And yeah, I'm of the assumption that this place is literally a mind. It's not a dense, you come here once type thing. It's literally your, as divine limitless spirit energy, you have at some point entered into a acceptance of playing with this mind. And to play with this mind, you require a body in this to participate as this character. But as the character, then you've picked up collective unconscious programs, and you're primarily living in the fear of the past and the fear of the future, and you're almost never actually here. Now. And you'll never find the perfection. You'll never find you. You'll never find the enlightenment of creation, of the all, at any scenario possible, no matter what, if you're not in the now, if you're not in the present. And it's this attachment to potential fear that keeps us running on that hamster wheel. And we're so used to it, we don't even recall that we're running on the hamster wheel. It's like Plato's cave. We're so used to it, we think that's the only way it's supposed to be. We literally say it is what it is. Like the pinnacle of life is to get to like some type of a successful financial number through tech or Wall Street, and then check off the boxes and then like retire and move on, become a VC. Like what's the point? What's going on here? It doesn't matter how spiritual or religious or devout anyone, if they're not in the present, it's not that they're doing something wrong, but they're not being their true self. And this fear is not a problem. It's a constant drip of an offer to look at scenarios that provide you with the opportunity to say, my next step in this game. Yeah. Oh. Yowzers. So, your fear is your mirror here. Your fear is providing you with the opportunity to see what it is that you can most efficiently look at and then make an adjustment within yourself to get to the next place of efficient awareness. And the problem that basically everybody has their own issues, but the problem that most people face is that they're holding attention within themselves, spiritually, and then within their multiple bodies, but we'll just say like the physical body, based on the unconscious acception that they are small and powerless and that the world is big and powerful. And that, in my opinion, is a direct result from a connection to the collective unconscious that in this time between times, so this time period, right, is basically a safety net that's offered a proliferation of repetition of fear. Repetition of fear, repetition of fear, repetition of fear. Not good or bad. It's every single thing is a story. Everything is a story. Story is the process through which consciousness relates to each other. Story is also the process that provides the allegory for the creative generative principle, which is the process of creation itself. So it's like creative generative principle, feminine energy, male energy, space, spark, coming together, friction releasing. Okay? Divine Mother, Divine Father come together, releasing the light, the sun, the third, the triangle, the triptych. So the collective unconscious in this time between times has offered a repetition of fear. Not good or bad, and that's how I perceive it. You can perceive it however you want. It doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. I don't think it is. But we picked up this acceptance that there is a thing to fear. And from what I can see, the most powerful thing anyone can ever do is say, I don't believe that I'm in danger anymore. I don't believe that there's a reason for me to be scared anymore, even though my body says it all the time. It's so subtle that it says it because I'm so fucking used to it. And this is like tough guys or grandmas or little kids, everybody. Little kids have it the least, but then the ego's there to protect the little kid, and the little kid grows and becomes adapted to its environment, its parents, its friends, skinning its knee, getting cuts and bruises, having somebody be mean to them, and then they just human beings can get used to anything. So everybody just gets used to the oddities, which is why the ego is there, protects them, which is beautiful. And then through this process of the collective unconsciousness, time between times, very, very few individuals actually mature to their potential. They mature to a place of being of service to society, and or trying to manipulate society. But either way, both of those take away from the divine attention of the self to listen to their heart, which is the prism of their soul, and actually proliferate the true divine power and energy through them and become who they're meant to be, so that at the end of their embodiment, not all existence, because you're divine limitless spirit energy, but at the end of their embodiment, they're, yeah, hell yeah, I did what I came to do. Most are, oh, that's what I was supposed to do, in my opinion. And those that go through this dark night of the soul and then don't go back and adapt to the collective unconscious, but truly just get into this like salivating, the only thing that's interesting to me is I'm diving completely into the magic of myself as limitless love. I'm creating from there. I think those actually, which is the path I've chosen, those end up surpassing the did I do what I came here to do. And they end up, being ostracized, but also showing a way, the way. Everything's allegory for the one thing, it's the story. And the story is always just one celestial story. It's the story of the stars, and the story of the stars is only one thing ever. Everything, the essence of it is the story of you. You are the one. It's your spiritual growth. Everything is reflecting you on your journey of your spiritual growth. Always. And everything's bending around you. Always. But it's also everybody else. And it's also the collective unconscious. So, and nothing is actually fixed, including history, and nothing is actually a completion of density. Everything is built on vibration of light, which is I keep saying this word, but literally light is a vibration proliferating from, light is proliferating from the vibration of intention, which is sound. So we feel ourselves as small. We feel ourselves as we've been programmed, but everybody's been programmed, so we can't see that we've been programmed because everything's normal. And then we go through certain stages of like learning about something more, or becoming a fairly decent in an occupation, or an expert, or a parent, or spouse, or a professional something, right? And you get better at a lot of things until we have to start to realize what we are. And then there's these little like hang-ups we have inside. And that pretty much always leads everyone back to their own kind of limiting beliefs, I guess, for lack of a better term. And then people will be led to, maybe like Neville Goddard, which I think is wonderful. But in general, the more modern take of that is like it's all simulation. We tend to desire assimilation, not a simulation, but assimilating into whatever is the strongest pull. And we tend to really, really, really have something inside us that doesn't want to be left alone or be outcast. And so that's a difficult thing for us to get over, most of us, and we all come here for different reasons and have these things in us that are primarily good, like desire to take care of each other, or desire to, sometimes even be a martyr, or desire to gain attention, or whatever it is. Like these, in essence, these things have great value, but we tend to put these little threads that our cocoon is made out of into, instead of supporting us on our journey, things that keep us held back because we choose to middle ourselves to fit into the collective, to make everyone else comfortable who's middling themselves, and nobody realizes it's happening. And then when somebody does start to realize it's happening, they don't necessarily look at it as a program from the collective unconscious. They might say like collective or collective consciousness and stuff like that, but the collective unconscious level and comprehending, in my opinion, from how I see it, how the unconscious functions, and the projection of energy through the individual, also through the collective unconscious, shooting out of the subconscious and literally creating events. We see it as more important to not be ostracized, and so we literally avoid looking at the things I'm kind of talking around right now. Damn near our whole life. We'll go to like self-improvement stuff. We'll go to like how to get better sleep, or like the learning about frequencies, or learning about something that society, or even the fringes of society, say are okay, or like cutting edge. Like, there's no fucking cutting edge on anything ever. Like the cutting edge of what? Healing is taking psilocybin gummies. That's just a synthetic version of the oldest thing ever. So we end up putting our attention, without realizing how special we are, how powerful we are, on everything but the one thing that's actually us, and it's here. So by putting our energy everywhere else, we're serving the thing that has kind of caused a, not caused, but it's a safety net of, I use the term a bit loosely here, but insanity. Like nobody in society, in the collective unconscious, is actually crazy, no matter what they're doing. They're just whatever supposed mental illness. One, all mental illness is separation from self. Two, real crazy is purely, I don't care, bipolar is not a big deal. Even schizophrenia to a certain degree is not a big deal if you can just hone it in. But any of it, psychosis on any level, is just confusion. And the collective unconscious, if you look at it and just look at the proliferation of repetition of fear, and then the effects of it, and then how everyone just, it's a bit mind-boggling if you stay in it and try to tell people about it, which I don't do, but how it's just consistently the same thing for, not forever, but for what's considered to be lifetimes. And people get really caught up into their physical existence And that adds to a feeling of them being small and they have to hurry and get things done, to then accumulate. And I mean, honestly, it's just somebody else that has to throw away all their shit. And most people spend the vast majority of their life avoiding, the core question. And it's not because they're not capable. And it's not because it's a big deal. It's one, because they've been programmed not to. So they think it's like faux pas. They want to play by the rules. And the other is because going into that place is actually the best place ever. It's almost like the womb place. The deep meditation of, okay, I'm sitting with self. But the barrier to do that is fucking terrifying. And people are scared to be anti-religious, anti-social, anti their government or sports team, anti their friends, anti the collective unconscious pull. They're scared to be the one that's ostracized, to be doing something weird. And so, literally, if the doctor told them to do it, they would go try. But if somebody that's not a doctor told them to do the exact same thing, there's something in them where they would try to not show the individual, their friend or whoever, how off-putting that is. Like, what are you? You're one of them now? And then 6 months later, if the doctor told them to do it, they might try it. And then the doctor told them sternly to do it, they would do it, and they would forget that they had those feelings. So the collective unconscious is a stronger pull than the individual until the individual raises their own power or grows their own power. But the collective unconscious only functions on the power of the individuals. So, fear. There's only one thing that's holding everyone back from everything that is true to their core desires of what they came here to do, what their spirit is, what their mission is. And it's looking at what's already in your heart. Your heart is the prison of your soul. And because we don't do that, we're serving a fear. And by serving the fear, we're playing the game backward. Because we see ourselves as small, we feel like life is big, too big. This is all unconscious, not even a thought. It's an imprint in our core beliefs. And this can easily be changed, but you can't run from it. Like, our mind tends to run away from shit immediately. If you look, like, that's not you. That's a program telling you, don't look at this. And part of it is your ego saying this isn't safe, but most of it's already information that came in that told your ego that this isn't safe. And that's collective unconscious information. What I'm telling you is, life is playing the game of you. This life is a flow of energy. And yes, you are divine, limitless spirit energy. You are far beyond this. But as the character here, if you can find yourself in the present moment, you will see. You have the opportunity to see. There is no death, merely opportunities before. So everything's an offer, everything's an opportunity. to see that as you're small, in the small perspective, you feel like you're playing the game of life. And you're here to achieve or not mess things up or whatever. Maybe take care of somebody else or whatever it is. When you realize that you're not small and that you are the greatness of the all and it can be no other way, and that's not what is considered to be egotistical, this is truth. And when you allow yourself to be, you are the one. And that you are the energy of creation. And that you are not separate from what's considered to be God. Then all of a sudden, this place is not overwhelming. On a deep level, it's equal to you. It's working with you. And when you continue to grow yourself from internal awareness, realizing that everything is the internal spirit awareness. Literally, everything is the internal awareness of divine limitless spirit energy. And it is also, as this magical realm of mind, a reflection of what you are allowing. And so in that manner, your fears are serving you, because they're showing you like things that pop out on your path walking through the forest. It may seem unexpected, or it may seem expected and you don't like it, or it just may be something you're used to. But the more it pops out, the more you're receiving information of what to address. It's a blessing. It's telling you. And through that mechanism, you begin to realize as you're going down this path of life, that it's not you going down the path, it's that life is allowing itself to bend around you, and it is perceiving like this forest or this ocean or wherever it looks like in your tunnel of life is moving, and you're going, and it looks like it's staying still and you're moving, but actually you're standing there and it's moving. And it's showing you everything that's actually a flow through you. And so life is a flow of energy that's flowing into you and out of you. It's playing what you're allowing. It's giving you the perfect insight to what you are allowing internally. So it's reflecting what you must address to you. It's showing you. Life is showing you what to address about you. So if you allow yourself to be the character and you take yourself out of that for a second, because you got all these feelings as the character. Me too. You got all these feelings here. It's a lot. And then you take yourself and go up here. And you see, okay, well, it seems like these other people are doing this thing to me, or it seems like this is going to hurt a lot, or it seems like I've already been through this, or it seems like it's unfair, or I really want to go this way, whatever. Or I'm waiting. You know, life is just hard. But if you put yourself up here and you see that, that's you down here as the character. And then you see, just allow yourself to see what is it that the character is meant to address. What are the fears the character is obviously meant to see? And then see, oh, okay, I see those. Oh, so I'm allowed to improve my process here? by addressing and accepting and forgiving these fears, and then literally growing past them. And you do that, and you do that, and then, wait, where are these fears coming from? My deepest programs? What I picked up from the collective unconscious? And my belief structure? What I truly, not my hopes, what I truly, truly believe. And I can expand that. I can go in and sit with that and expand my beliefs by doing the thing that everybody says don't do, which is just sitting with myself. Sitting with yourself and going through that process of you and allowing you to be okay. Reminding yourself that you are divine, limitless spirit energy, that you are here. And that you are looking upon yourself and loving yourself, and that you are safe, even if it doesn't feel like it. Because feelings are important, but they're not everything. They too are giving you a sense. Like how, okay. How would you improve this game, this life, this world, this energy, this realm? How would you make it better? Would you make it so there was no feedback? So there was no feeling of fear? There was no frustration? So things were fair? The realm is literally fucking telling you what your fears are so you can address and accept and forgive them. Everything is literally telling you all the time. It's frustrating sometimes when you are what feels like stuck in a loop around others that are like fully entrenched in collective unconscious, and you get like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That can be frustrating. But that's part of the process as well. That's just you telling yourself, you to you think you know, but you're still in the hamster wheel. So now what are you going to do? Because everything everywhere is actually rooting for you. That's the next step. The next step is accepting that you are different than the story that was told to you in the beginning. That you're a baby and a human, and that you might go to heaven or whatever it is, or that you've been whatever past life you were in Egypt. So fucking what? You are so much more than that. This is a functional realm of learning. I mean, it's obvious. And it's beautiful. And it's perfect if you sit in the present. And you, the true you, is divine, limitless spirit energy. Like human beings can get used to anything, but people can hear those and like, yeah. And then they go right back to identifying with like something from the past or something from the future of the density of this place. And they compare the self-density to density. That's trying to create from effect to effect. Just living life as the allopathic medical system. It's surface everything. Everything is surface. Your fears did not come from the surface of here. Your fears are those things that you must grow through from the story of the stars of the programming of you, and which is partially why you're here, plus what's been picked up through the confusion of the collective unconscious, which itself is a safety net. It's a good thing to a certain degree. There's no good and bad, but it's a safety net. It offers a repetition of fear in this time between times, because this is a weird ass time. Not just starting around 2001 or 2012, whenever. Shit's been pretty weird as far as I can tell in this place for a while. And it's not getting less weird. So the collective unconscious, without that, I don't know if there'd be a point, really, because it'd be too damn weird. If you're growing past the collective program, or you think you are, and then you're still tied to like a political thing, you're still tied to that there's an enemy to you, a worldly enemy to you. That's surface level. And that's distraction. And that's resistance. That's you not wanting to look at the truth of you and how powerful you actually are. That's you feeling like you're small and this place is big. Bitch, you're everything. Everything. You are it. There's nothing that's greater than you. It's impossible. And whatever your deepest truth is of what you're here to do, it's impossible for that to be impossible. And you must do it. And the only reason you're not doing it is because collective unconscious shows you other things and doesn't show you the path for it. And that's scary because you don't know how to get there. And then your core fear surrounding it is that somehow somebody else, friends, family, society, occupation track that you're on, will not approve. But they have what they're here to do too, as well. And there's no way that you could ever impress or do right by or compete with anyone. It doesn't exist. It's a fallacy. The only true competition is within. And there's no winning and losing. There's no failure. It's just you, with you, did I do what I came here to do? And if you feel small and this place is big, then you have it. Again, to me, to everyone, forever. Fear is part of the duality of love and fear. Say the bottom corners of the triangle here. It's the energy. Everything in this, as far as I can tell, reality of duality is love and fear. And then the top of the triangle would be basically the creative gender principle. And that essence of energy, of creation, is what creates and supports the value, the ability to even exist as this balancing act in this mind realm that we're in, of love and fear. Like something has to have had created the opportunity and the somewhat stabilization for a love and a fear. And in the core essence of that little love that we have here, not the creation love, the singular one love, like the love that we have here, and the fear that we have here, the little fear, in the essence of both of them, their absolute core is only pure singular one love, the creative general principle. Is only love. Everything is of the one thing. Everything is only the pure essence of love. Fear is here to balance. If there was no fear here, how would anybody receive any feedback? What would be the point? And there's probably so much more beyond this type of existence, and it's probably occurring in the same whatever moment. But in this reality, this shit is dense. Literally. And as far as I can see, it requires some fear. Because there must be that which you overcome. Because everything is the fabric of story. Everything is built on story. Story is how your consciousness relates to itself. How all consciousness, how singular one love relates to itself. Everything is a story. And your life here, in your little book of belief, your actual belief structure, your deepest core, is how you're relating to yourself, and how you're relating to yourself with the barrier of how you're relating to the world, or the realm, or the others, or the collective unconscious safety net. And that is the story you're telling yourself. It's very subtle. So when you begin to tell yourself a story that you are actually living as the great I am, as the great I am the one. I am love. I know I'm love. I know that love loves me, and I know that I love all beings. I know what I'm here to do. And I'm not scared anymore. Then there are these moments, these epiphanies that come and go. Because it feels weird. And eventually, from my experience, what I've found is you get used to realizing there's nothing actually to fear. It's all this realm flowing to me. And I accept it. And I rejoice in addressing it. And I'm not sitting with hooks in my back from the fears of the past. And I'm not sitting internally like this, waiting for something to show up so I can win. Nothing can kill me. Nothing can hurt me. There are actually no problems. This life is perfect. To be your greatest self I don't think that's a finished, stagnant process, but As far as I can tell, you must expand your belief structure. Those limiting core beliefs will continue to whisper things into you that make it very difficult. So you don't have to go in and kill those beliefs. You expand your belief structure. Believe that you are more. However you need to do that. But the easier you make it on yourself, the faster it'll go. There is a path where you live in true awe of this life, of gratitude to be breath. To be able to speak in this manner. And sometimes I feel how awesome it is just to be able to feel anything with fingers. I watched a vine grow this morning. Saw it moving. This place is fucking magic. What our fears are doing are attempting, honestly, to keep us safe. And they're a combination from our ego not being taken care of, so the ego unintentionally provides distraction and resistance, so we must take care of our ego. We must provide it with the proper tools to do its job, which is provide it with chillness, provide it with something to do, like use the body intensely, push yourself, learn new things, do hard things, so that it can find the balance of the chillness and the awareness. It can also find the opportunity to press the fight, flight, hide buttons without disturbing the mind. Release the proper chemicals in the body so the body no longer feels tension. The body feels at peace. And then fears are also, the second part of the fear is the more core. And everybody's programmed with their own set of what you're here to overcome. So sit with them and address them. And the more you avoid it, eventually life will make you. And it will be more of a dramatic scenario. If we teach spirit energy souls that come to this place how to address their fears early on, in my opinion, you still have to go through a rites of passage. You still have to have tower moments. I don't think love and fear is going to go away in this reality of duality. I think this place is pretty much perfect. But it doesn't have to be the way that it seems like it's been. It seems like it's pretty easy to make things much, much, much smoother. And the main linchpin is that people are too scared to admit that they're scared. People are too scared to know that it's okay to look at someone and say, maybe they're right. Maybe this place is magic. Maybe if there's ever been one miracle ever in anything, in any way, just once, then none of the rules exist. Fucking none of them. Maybe you are so much more than you can comprehend because you're not allowing yourself to truly be you and use your own comprehension. Because you're giving unconsciously your divine attention and your inner power to a collective unconscious so that you'll fit in, so that you can pay your bills, so everything's okay. And that is okay. But if you want to know why you're sick, or you want to know why you have frustration that you're not sure how to address, or when your south node flips to your north node and your life turns into a midlife crisis, or why it seems like society is a big program of retards running the world into worse and worse decision making. There's some real clear, obvious answers to everything. And every issue that's ever been inside you, that's ever shown up in your life, is so simple and so obvious. The core is that you don't place your divine attention on your inner self and look at this world as if it's showing things to you. You're primarily stuck in reaction mode, and you're trying to avoid things in life. If you want to know how life works, just sit. Stop putting your energy and your attention on everything else. Put it on yourself. And then there you will meet all your fears. And that is your best friend. Your fear lives here, and it shows up out here. And your body is in between, so your body has to hold the brunt of all of it. So you need to go in and release the tension from your body. You need to go make friends with the fear inside you, because that is your teacher. And when you continue going down that process, there will be a day. I'm not saying this because I'm above or past anybody. I'm just telling you. There will be a day in which it doesn't matter what happens on any level. You look around and you realize well, this realm is bringing things into my world. Now I know there's nothing to fear. No need to throw the fears away. Make friends with them, because they're doing their best to teach you and guide you. There's nothing actually to be scared of. Because the more we train ourselves to accept and address and forgive the fear and what's behind it, the quicker we get back to living as the flow in life. the more proficient we become at living as the flow of love. And when we are the flow of love, life flowing through us is reflecting love back to us. And then when fear shows up, my old friend, we embrace it. And we address it. And we accept it. And we forgive it. Which means we forgive everything. We forgive everyone. And we forgive ourselves. This life is perfect. And so are you. There's nothing to fear. Fear feels overwhelming. Life feels big when you're not addressing them. Stop doing everything else for a minute. Sit with yourself. Address your fears. Make it easier on yourself. Go into your heart. The prism of your soul. Control the spotlight of your mind to pay attention to your heart. Accept whatever shows up. Address it. Thank it. Apologize if you want to. Forgive it. Forgive yourself. Allow it to slip through your hands. Release the rope that is attached to that fear. Allow that fear to release the rope attached to you. Continue to do that and you'll be the real you. Because you're already in there. You just got to let yourself out. To let your own light shine. Expand your belief structure. Expand your belief structure, in my opinion, works best with forgiveness. There's nothing to fear. Stop running from yourself. I love you. Primum Voltus Interior.